What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a probably very short video we're going to talk about today. Zhao Yun takes the stage front and center once again. We're going to be visiting a different side of Zhao Yun that rarely gets explored. Why does it rarely get explored? Because he doesn't really have this side of him. But if you look closely enough, I'm sure you could see it. There are definitely some moments where he takes a darker turn. I mean, that would be actually kind of cool though if Zhao Yun had like a darker kind of story. He has glimpses of it, which we'll talk about in a second. But that would be interesting to see if they decide to, I don't know, make a story-based game based on Zhao Yun, or Dynasty Warriors has a very focused Zhao Yun story with hypotheticals and all that, where when things that make him upset actually happen to him, what path does he take? Because in some of the Dynasty Warriors moments we're going to be talking about here, it gets pretty,
The spear of Zhao Yun shows no mercy!
yeah, you can see it. Anyway, so for today we're talking about Zhao Yun and the dark side of Zhao Yun. Now, he doesn't really have that big of a dark side. Like I said, very short video. It's not going to be much here to talk about. So let's go ahead and talk about these little dark glimpses of Zhao Yun. So first, before we jump into the Dynasty Warriors series, because I don't think they mention it or have like a cutscene around it, let's go into the novel real quick. Let's jump to when Zhao Yun is an old man, about 70 years old. I give Zhao Yun the benefit of the doubt, and every character in the game pretty much, because whoever they're serving, whoever they decide to serve, they're going to become a different animal when they're defending or serving the person that they are under. The degree of which the characters take it to obviously varies. I don't think Zhao Yun ever took it to a point that was heinous or anything of that nature. So I want to first preface it by saying that, because this story from the novel, he basically murders an entire family in one shot. So during a northern campaign, right, 70-year-old Zhao Yun, old man, right, he ends up killing a Wei officer named Han De and 3 of his sons by himself. So one of the sons come forward, his name is Hung Ying, and he gets killed after 3 bouts. Honestly, now that I'm reading it, I think it's actually 4 sons, because it then says he held his own against Han Yao, Han Qiang, and Han Qi all at once. So that's 3 extra sons. So the first one must have been the 4th son. I think it was 4 sons and then the father. So he's fighting all 3 at once. He ends up killing Han Qi, and then he parries an arrow that's shot by Han Qiang, and he kills him as Han Qiang advances after shooting the arrow. So he kills one of them. The other one shoots an arrow which he parries or like dodges. The other one, who then follows up the arrow shot by closing in on Zhao Yun and gets killed. And then the last one comes in, Han Yao, and he gets thrown off of his horse and he gets captured, like he's pinned to the ground kind of thing, right? And the father just sitting there watching all of this. He watches 3 of his sons get impaled and sliced up, and the last one, like, I just imagine this scene, like the father, like in the distance, like watching this happen. Zhao Yun throws his last son onto the ground, right? Pins him down, and then, you know, has that little like dramatic look up, and now they're just locking eyes with his last son pinned to the ground after he just killed the first 3. So the father, obviously enraged, rides out to try to avenge his sons, and he gets impaled by Zhao Yun after 3 bouts. So yeah, Zhao Yun definitely has a dark side even in his old age. He's not somebody you want to get on the wrong side of. I'm not saying he doesn't show mercy to his enemies, I guess, but it's still, when he fought, at least in the novel and some of the games I would say as well, when he fights to kill. He fights to make sure people know that if you're going to go against him or, you know, threaten the ones under his protection, he's going to make you pay. So his no hesitation to kill definitely is a darker flavor to Zhao Yun. It'd be cool to see like a darker version of him. They could definitely play that into one of the games and stuff. But then again, it wouldn't probably go good with his whole being on the cover and all that. So, but people like an interesting story, and I don't think it'd be that bad. Anyway, so that's one of the biggest ones. Jumping into the game. So the instances of these like little dark moments. Well, one, like I said, no hesitation to kill, and his spear is rated E for everyone, even children. Obviously, he used the butt end, so he didn't like kill the child or anything like that. But he's still, you know, he's still gonna throw hands with the child. He's not gonna let the child do damage to people around him or Zhao Yun himself. But some of the instances I want to talk about, first of all, is Dynasty Warriors 6. So Changban, obviously, killing the peasants is not the most honorable thing to do. But after you kill, there's 4 groups. You kill 2 of them, and you activate this monster. You absolutely activate a monster with Zhao Yun. The voice acting was great in that game. You can tell the emotion by the end of his last line that he means business. There's a lot of emotion there. And then when he gets onto the battlefield and you watch his icon on the map, this dude is flying. And I'm assuming he's flying with a head of, and possibly a heart of vengeance. This dude, he goes after the user insanely fast. And that is a dark side of Zhao Yun that you don't want to be on the side of. Definitely on the harder levels, you're going to be trying to cool off the fire that Zhao Yun's going to light under your ass, because he is flying on that stage. And staying on the topic of like vengeance and that darker side, Dynasty Warriors 8, he has a moment with Zhang Bao and Guan Xing, right? Now it's subtle. It's a video game, and you know, it's not as, you know, humans have the ability when acting to do these like subtle moves that you can really tell how they feel. But Zhao Yun kind of has that in this moment. So when he's talking to him, he throws the weapons back, and you know, you still have a lot to learn. He still got his composure. But then that last line, right before he walks up, he says, "Let's do this for vengeance." Like the way he says it, the way his face looks, there is a little bit of darkness there.
Follow me, both of you, for vengeance.
Right? Obviously, Liu Bei passes away. He doesn't get killed. He passes away. Zhao Yun's usually in the room for that, and he has his reaction and things like that. But imagine if Liu Bei did get killed. Like, what would happen if Liu Bei was killed in front of Zhao Yun? How would that make him feel? Because Zhao Yun was feeling slightly, I would say, slightly angered for the loss of a good friend in Guan Yu. I would say they're friends, right? And he had that slight anger, that slight, like, it's like that twitch, like a little twitch that you don't know what he is going to do. Not in the sense that he's crazy, but in the sense that he is so composed with his anger that he's just gonna snap and do so much damage. But imagine if Liu Bei were to get killed in front of him. What would that do to Zhao Yun? Would it be the beginning of his villain arc? That would be interesting to see, right? He obviously watches him die, and then he carries on honorably within the Shu Kingdom. Like, he still serves Zhuge Liang, he still does the right thing, and serves up until he passes away and does what he can for the Shu Kingdom. But what if he actually watched him die in front of him? How would that change? What would that story look like? That would be super interesting to watch, because what if he went rogue? What if it's like a character, NPC, or like a, you know, barbarian tribe or something like that, right? Zhao Yun witnesses it and he goes rogue, right? There's a whole thing. Zhuge Liang's like, let it go. You know, we need you in Shu. And he's like, no, I am going after and finding these people. And there's like this whole like backstory about it. And that would be cool. I don't know. I just thinking about it, it would be kind of cool. But yeah, little moments like that. Dynasty Wars 5, he's carrying Odd Dough. He's like, move!
Move! Any who stand in my way shall deserve his fate.
Get out the way. Like, he's got that very, you know, you get in my way, it's kind of your problem thing. He's got that edge to him. Like, Zhao Yun isn't as sparkly clean as I think he's portrayed, and he has those little moments that they don't really explore. And it would just be interesting to see those little instances when he does have a small shift in how he sounds or looks or the way he walks or whatever it is. And there is a definite dark, dangerous side to Zhao Yun, and I don't know, that rogue thing might actually be an interesting idea if they ever decide to do something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Just wanted to jump in, talk about this random, you know, topic that I had written down, and it's just interesting to look at, because obviously there's characters in the games that are very dark, and you know, they just are like that. But characters who are perfectly squeaky clean, like Zhao Yun, he's on the cover here, he's honorable, valiant, all that stuff, which I think he still would be, even if he went a little dark. But it would be cool to see that moment where he shifts, because he has a little bit of that in the games, and then he, you know, if there's a moment where Liu Bei is killed in front of him, I think we're going to see a different kind of Zhao Yun. So that's all I have for this video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it. Just another little tiny discussion thing. What do you guys think about Zhao Yun? What do you guys think about how he is portrayed in the game? All that good stuff. We've done a few things with him already, but just, you know, doing some good stuff with him. You know, we're just fleshing out. We're just having some fun. We're just having some fun. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, all I have for the video, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, definitely appreciate a like, a comment, a subscribe, anything to help out the channel. I appreciate you all, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone.